Well, thank you for coming out again. We were able to get one question asked from this professor, and it makes sense. She's very, very busy and very, very popular, and I'll explain why. Um, we were able to briefly talk with Arlie R. Hochschild. She's a professor emerita at the Berkeley University in the School of Sociology, and she is the author of Strangers in Their Own Land, released on the released in March 14th, 2017. Sorry. Arlie Russell Hochschild, Strangers in Their Own Land, Anger and Mourning on the American Right, A Journey to the Heart of Our Political Divide. So she became famous for writing this book, and it came out in 2017. And basically, it's this Berkeley, is she from Berkeley? Berkeley professor of sociology, a sociologist from Berkeley, travels to Trump country to find out who these people are. So Trump got elected in 2016. The elites and the media and academia were shocked that America would elect him. She was one of the first people who said, I'm a liberal elite academic, and I will go to Trump land to meet these people and see what they think. And so she was one of the first people with the background and the pedigree from the left and the education and the smarts to be able to do this. And this was her book. In Strangers in Their Own Land, the renowned sociologist Arlie Hochschild embarks on a thought-provoking journey from her liberal hometown of Berkeley, California, deep into Louisiana Bayou country, a stronghold of the conservative right. As she gets to know people who strongly oppose many of the ideas she famously champions, Hochschild nevertheless finds common ground and quickly warms to the people she meets, among them a Tea Party activist whose town has been swallowed by a sinkhole caused by a drilling accident, people whose concerns are actually ones that all Americans share, the desire for community, the embrace of family, and hopes for their children. Strangers in Their Own Land goes beyond the commonplace liberal idea that these are people who have been duped into voting against their own interest. Instead, Hochschild finds lives ripped apart by stagnant wages, a loss of home, and an elusive American dream, and political choices and views that make sense in the context of their life. Hochschild draws on her expert knowledge of the sociology of emotion to help us understand what it feels like to live in red America. Along the way, she finds answers to one of the most crucial questions of contemporary American politics. Why do the people who would seem to benefit most from liberal government intervention abhor the very idea? So, written by a liberal, for liberals, for liberal media, from a liberal university, went to Trump land. And, why do you people think this way? Again, you got to put yourself back in 2016. People were shocked that Trump won. So this is one of the first academics to go, I'm going to explain this. And what she found out is that they're not just dumb and bad. They have a context of their life that makes sense to them where they live, and their voting patterns reflect that understanding. And so it makes sense to them. And here's the thing. This is right after Trump got elected. People are shocked that Americans like Trump. What is going on? This is so bad. Now, we've had Biden elected, and Trump supposedly repudiated. He was turned down in the 2020 election. He didn't win. People chose Biden. So supposedly in 2023, things are better than in 2017. So right after Trump gets elected, things are super polarized. But hey, Biden's been elected. Are things better now after the election of Biden, after Trump's been voted out of office, and it's 6 years later? No. I only wanted to ask you one question. Do you think political polarization is now worse than it was when you wrote your book in 2017? Yes, sadly, I do. So this is someone who came from the left and the intelligentsia, and they were shocked that Trump won. They were shocked that Americans were backing this. They were shocked at the level of polarization. That's why she wrote this book, and she was covered all over the news for doing it. And what she's saying is the polarization now is much worse than what I saw right after Trump got elected. And it's sad. I thought things wouldn't be worse than what I saw in 2017, but I, a professional sociologist who traveled and met Trump voters can say that in the last 6 years, things have gotten worse, and we are definitely more polarized than we were when the year after Trump was elected and people were freaking out. So Biden being elected didn't fix anything. January 6th hearings didn't fix anything. Trump impeachment trial didn't fix anything. We're more polarized now than after the first year of Trump's presidency. That's what this Berkeley sociologist who actually went there and is famous for going and talking to these people said. So we'll leave it there.